How to convert cold traffic like crazy. What's up, Learn Machine? So if you guys want to like crush it and make a lot of money in online business and anything like that, then adult traffic is how you do that. It's one of the ways for sure, because it may be the coldest traffic in the world, but there's so much of it. It's so flippin' cheap. And I mean, it's not strict at all. You can scale super fast to millions of dollars super fast. I mean, I've made millions of dollars with just adult marketing, not including all the other income streams I do. So I'm going to tell you guys my advice on how to actually convert adult traffic like crazy. So let's talk about it. So yeah, it's the coldest traffic on the planet, but it's also like the cheapest by far. And so that's why, that's your biggest leverage point right there, is that it's just so dang cheap. It's basically so cheap you could consider it free in comparison to YouTube ads and Facebook ads and all these more expensive options out there. Now, it may be cold and the coldest, but all you need to do is just build more trust with the traffic. How do you build trust, right? Like, that's a super important thing to understand, is how do you do it? And how do you create tons of desire for the offers you're promoting, guys? This is like key to it all. So here's a whole bunch of ideas for you. You can leverage a person's authority, a celebrity's authority, or someone who's an authority in the type of offer or marketplace you're entering into. You can leverage the perfect webinar presentation. Basically what the perfect webinar presentation is a long form persuasion presentation, a video, has a lot of psychology and persuasion inside of it that convinces people to buy. You can also leverage a real person's face, because there's trust in seeing people's faces. It's not the biggest, most important element, but it does have an element of trust when people see the person behind the promotion of the offer, especially when they tell their story about the offer, whatever the offer is. Telling stories, like I said, it's very, very powerful. I mean, a story has conflict, and it creates emotion because of that conflict. And the more extreme the conflict, the better, guys. I'm telling you. It sells like crazy. And then the solution to the conflict, whatever it may be, is the offer itself. And so you would tell your story, or someone else would tell their story, or a testimonial type vibe, where the solution to whatever conflict you may have had, the offer solved it. And that will make people have an epiphany in their mind. They will then go and buy the offer you're promoting. Testimonials and social proof is very effective in any form of marketing. That is one of the most effective ways to sell. Also results and proof of results that the offer is giving people, whatever the offer is, like just proof that people are happy with it. That can go a long way. Leveraging lots of cognitive biases that make it such an easy decision for people to decide to buy or to die. Just kidding. And then, so reciprocity bias is powerful because you're giving a lot, a whole lot. And by default, people want to give back to those who've given so much to them. And so just by doing that can be very effective. But what you want is to combine as many persuasion triggers as you possibly can, and it will invoke a lot of trust in people, and then they'll buy or die. I'm just kidding. Now, you want to also create a lot of fear of them missing out. You want to basically have urgency and scarcity. It's very important, okay? Because it gets people to take action right then. So you can make money fast. In all my paid marketing with adult marketing, for sure, is I will always have urgency or scarcity or both. But urgency, in my opinion, is in a lot of ways more powerful than scarcity in some ways. Because urgency gets people to take action right then. Scarcity does too. When combined, that's great. But with scarcity, that means you have a little amount of inventory left. That means you can't sell endlessly. Very important to understand the difference. Now, you want to also appeal to the reptilian brain, the limbic brain, and the neocortex. So, there's 3 sections of the brain. Reptilian brain's the first developed. It basically is super automatic and primal. And when you can sell to the reptilian brain, sky is the limit amount of money you can make, guys. I'm telling you, and what it is basically the emotional brain. It's fight or flight, very primal emotions and behaviors, okay? So selling to that is very effective, and how you do it is with storytelling and selling to emotions and what they want. The limbic brain comes down to status and social proof type elements, you could say, hierarchies. And wolf packs, for example, in their brain, they've developed to have the limbic brain. And other mammals like that have that, and they're able to be in groups and work together, and that sort of thing happens. Same with monkeys and gorillas and everything like that. Chimpanzees. Now, the neocortex is the newest developed part of the brain. Who knows what the next 4th part of the brain will be developed over time, but the neocortex is in a lot of ways the weakest, even though it's seemingly the most powerful because it's allowed humans to advance so far. It's the logical part of the brain. You'd never want to sell to logic, though. You want to appeal and sell to the most developed part of the brain, which is the reptilian brain. When you do that, you hijack their brain basically and people buy. It's that simple. And now here's some other elements you can leverage, which is leveraging your site or other sites for trust. Just very well-known, trustworthy sites. People don't trust sites from adult sources, right? And so if you're linking away from an adult source, let's say doing a traffic ad, then you're linking away from them and there's not much trust where they're sent next necessarily because where they just came from. Unless it's a site that they really, really trust, such as a Facebook post or Quora or a YouTube video or medium.com or Google Doc or a news site or Google Sites. You can make your own Google site. A testimonial on a trusted site. All these places you can link to for your bridge page in between, and it can invoke more trust before they get sent to an actual offer where they buy something or if they become a lead. But by the way, guys, I don't want to contradict myself. I've never had massive success personally doing that sort of method, sending people to a trustworthy site in between. I just direct link at scale. So I'll direct link from doing the display ads and I'll just send people directly to an offer. And I split test a bunch of offers at first, but that's just how I've made all the money with adult marketing, is just direct linking. But there's other ways you could do things, and that's what I'm trying to share with you as well here. Your landing page and pre-sale page just needs like trust factors like social proof and storytelling and as much social proof as you possibly can, and authority bias and everything. The more the better. If you do a super long perfect webinar for like a lead generation offer, it will convert like crazy. But it also will make people be like, why do you have to do so much convincing to get me to give your email? At the end of the day, some people need that. I think there's a personality type called social personality type, basically, of people. People who are more social, they just want to hear you talk type thing. That's good and that's great. And it will get even more people to convert on whatever you're promoting or selling or getting people to opt in. Now, it does take more work. You don't have to show your face. Also, guys, like, show your face at all when you make a perfect webinar script or perfect webinar video. You don't. You just need to keep it simple and understand the power of it and how effective it can be for you. Now, the next thing is you've got to have no-brainer offers, like offers that are so good that it's like automatic. You have to buy when you see it. It's like there's no choice. Okay, you need to be selling offers like that. And if you have to, you must craft offers of your own to be able to do this at scale. This is so key. But anyway, here we go. There are things also that amplify and increase the perceived value of offers, such as story selling. So stories behind the offers is so powerful. Status symbols and associations behind the offers is so powerful too. All this added together is crazy. Adding bonuses works so flippin' well, it's crazy. You can have digital products and courses. You can have images and videos that people may want. You can have high perceived value of, once again, social proof and like proving it's high in demand and scarcity. It's a very scarce resource or in demand offer. Things you can combine when promoting anything. You can combine wealth offers, digital courses, physical products you can sell as bonuses. You can offer services, offer consulting and coaching calls depending on the niche of the offers of which you're selling. You can leverage all the 25 cognitive biases for the Lollapalooza bias, which the Lollapalooza bias is the most effective ever because it's a combination of all of them, okay? You combine reward/punishment, liking/disliking bias, curiosity bias, over-optimism bias, excessive self-regard bias, reciprocity bias, envy/jealousy bias, influence from mere association bias, authority bias, contrast misreaction bias, reason respecting bias, availability misweighing bias, drug misinfluence bias, and all these other biases, guys. I'm telling you, when combining them, you win because it's such an automatic decision for people to buy. But never forget this one thing, which is emotion, emotion, emotion. Positive emotion sell. And one more that you may think is not positive, but it's creating a lot of oxytocin in people, which is a connection chemical in the brain, which makes people bond to each other, makes people care more, makes people feel empathetic. And when someone feels empathetic towards you and likes and trusts you and the offer of what you're promoting, they will buy like crazy. Creating humor in your Marketing can be powerful because it's an emotion, but it's not everything. But it's a powerful element for sure if you have humor. Who doesn't like to laugh, right? You like to laugh, right? I mean, we all love to laugh. Now, there's also a thing you can do. I just want to throw out a method for you real quick. So you could run adult ads for make money online type offers and wealth offers, because offers like that, they're also on ClickBank. You can promote in Digistore and almost any CPA network, and you can make your own offers too. But there's very high ticket offers you can sell inside of that overall niche. You can sell low ticket, you can sell recurring offers, and you can grow big brands from doing this. And in the back end, you can promote anything. But on the front end, you can promote these make money online offers, for example. And just keep in mind, like, whoever can spend the most to acquire conversions wins. And you can do that with this make money online niche and wealth offers, because you can have such high ticket offers in your back end of your funnels. Now, you'll never get banned with adult traffic, as you know. And so it's not strict at all. You can literally do almost anything, promote almost anything, except for certain things that they say in their terms of service, which are obvious that it would be, like things like, things that would totally not be allowed, like abusive things, or I haven't looked at terms of service in a while, but I'm pretty sure gambling offers usually is not allowed and stuff like that. But now you want to grow an email list for the niche and then have a follow-up sequence in place, just sending simple emails that promote all these other offers you want to sell. And that's a really powerful method you can do, an angle you can go about all this. Now let's talk about some of the best converting banner ads for adult marketing, okay? From my experience, I think saying what the offer is and saying the price, whether it's free or it has an actual price value, let them know, because you're going to get clicks of people who then know how much it costs, and they're more likely to buy in that case. You need to create like unexpectedness, like maybe an upside down image or something, okay? Because it needs to stand out. It needs to be unexpected. If everything on a site is one color and you do a completely opposite color, then it stands out and it gets people to buy, or at least click. And that's what you want for sure, is to get people clicking and in the door. Another thing in your ads is just tell them in your headline what is in it for them. This is the one thing everyone in the world is tuned into. It's very powerful to understand this. Most people underestimate it, but the best opener for anything in this life to talk to someone new, and in marketing, you're talking to a lot of new people basically, tell them what's in it for them. Just state, this is what you're getting. This is the big promise of what you're getting. This is the big result you can get from this. Now, you want to create a lot of curiosity and desire for the product. And what are things that do that? Open loops do that. Questions do that. They create curiosity, maybe blurring something out of what the offer is. Or just an offer that's very intriguing that it's naturally going to trigger some curiosity in people. And then to create a lot of desire for something, there needs to be lots of high perceived value for a low price, or it's free. Now, other things that create a lot of desire is like status symbols associated with the offer itself, social proof associated with it, celebrities and authorities associated with it, stories associated with it, content associated with it. All these things are desire amplifiers. Also, the 7 deadly sins are desire amplifiers, such as gluttony, lust, slothfulness, all these ones, okay? Now, you want to create a lot of novelty in your ad. So what is something novel? Novelty is something you're not expecting. It creates a lot of surprise, which then creates a lot of dopamine in people. And dopamine feels good, and it creates more desire for people to buy or to be more intrigued by the offer you're promoting. And so you want to have novelty. And I don't really think many advertisements in the world have a chance. They don't have novelty in their ad. Novelty is just something we're not expecting. And then the next very important thing in your ads and landing pages and everything is make sure you, like I was saying, create a lot of fear of missing out, urgency and scarcity, or either one or both, to then send them to your message, which could be a story selling video. It's story selling them on the offer and creating a lot of interest and desire for the offer, and then you sell them on the offer. This is the funnel to make millions of dollars. Now, here's another method for you guys to really throw out there real quick, but Crack Revenue is a CPA marketing network, and they have a smart link. A lot of CPA networks have a smart link where it automatically redirects to offers based off the person clicking on the link of yours. How do you make money with this? You basically need to have a lot of traffic that you don't know what to do with, or that's just so cheap and high volume and very broad, and you can just literally promote this smart link. Now, how can you do it at scale? And from my experience, you either need to have a lot of organic traffic, just free traffic getting sent to your link, and you can only make so much money from that anyway. But if you do pop under traffic and redirect traffic and domain redirect traffic and all this stuff, you're gonna get so many clicks for basically zero cents. It's less than a cent per click, guys, usually. And if you go worldwide with it, it can work. But you have to understand that sometimes smart links cannot be super duper profitable because sometimes the redirects and loads, it can be pretty slow sometimes. Now, it can get better and better over time, but it's not the craziest method in the world, but there can be money in it, especially if you get just tons of traffic for so cheap. And like I said, it can be worldwide or in the United States, but you're going to have most likely success with it if you do a lot of free traffic, or the next best thing kind of can be pop under traffic, okay? Now, I've never had crazy success with the smart link, like insane compared to other methods, which I show inside the Money Accelerator, such as the golden ticket method, which I leverage pop under traffic plus AdSense revenue. It's insanely profitable, okay? And it's effective every single week I do it. 2x to 4x return on investment. And the first time I ever tried it, there are times when it's like 10x return on investment. I'm not kidding. Like the first time I ever did it, it was like I put in $50 and made back $550 or something. So that it was 11x return. It was insane. I was flipping out. I'm like, did I discover like the secret? And then I tested everything from there and learned what doesn't work and what does work. And you just got to have high CPM videos, an established channel, and there's other secret elements to it, which you can learn inside the Money Accelerator, which has the golden ticket in there. I've got way more methods that are effective and crazy and amazing like that. 6 to 7 figure deals are made in adult marketing with handshakes and Skype messages and going back and forth like that, because you can do direct media buy, where basically you go to someone who has a big site and you make a deal with them and you reach out to them and contact them and you say, how much would it cost for me to have an ad this big right here on your site? And then they'll tell you. And you can make huge deals with this. You pay them up front, you have your ad there for the course of a month or many months, and you just get a bunch of clicks from the site to your affiliate link or to your offer. And this is where big deals can be made, but it's not just that. Like, you can partner up with people and team up as business partners to make money. Now let's go back to talk about the 25 biases real quick about adult marketing, because drug misinfluence bias is one of the 25 biases, and basically it makes it easier to persuade people who are under the influence. Not of alcohol or something, but like they're distracted, they're on these adult sites. So that's drug misinfluence bias. They're very easy to persuade in some ways if you can appeal to the reptilian brain and have a congruent offer that's a no-brainer offer for them, and you're hitting on things like urgency and social proof and a lot of desire created for this great offer you're promoting, and a funnel that you have to follow up with more offers. They're much more easier to sell emotionally because they are using the reptilian brain already. So use fear of missing out, use sex, use reward, use pain avoidance, use scarcity, use urgency, and use stories, guys, and just emotionally engage them. High quality traffic sources, you could call them high quality, such as YouTube and stuff, because the people are more focused and less distracted. But the thing about adult marketing is, because of drug misinfluence bias, they can be very easy to persuade, and it's very cheap, and you could do it at scale fast. Like you can get in front of a lot of people and sell like crazy. Now, you must always have social proof with whatever you're selling, guys. Always find ways to add that in any way you can, in the ad, in the sales pages you're doing, and everything. Now, never underestimate, guys, the power of reward bias. Reward bias is basically creating so much incentive around something that it's like, why would you not buy it or take action on it? And so when you combine so much together for such a no-brainer price, it's like, that's all it really takes at that point to sell. Now, here's an important thing also to let you guys know is, like, people are in an aroused state and in the reptilian mind when they're on these adult sites. So their emotional brain is at play and their logical mind is not, okay? And so words do not have much effect because it's harder for people to read than watch videos or images or anything visual, because words take more time and effort for the logical brain when the reptilian brain is at play. So if you can have videos that sell really well, where people don't have to read, that can be very powerful. Now, here's some mainstream offers, you guys. I want to give you guys like some ideas of mainstream offers that are not adult related that you can promote that can work really good with adult traffic. So, muscle and BizOp and skincare and sweepstakes and make money online and dating and crypto, pickup artist, also works well. Digital products, e-commerce products, webcam products and sites, and gaming, and top offers on networks can do really well. And then do a high ticket consulting or a service that's really high ticket and offer stack. These things work, and you don't just have to do like anything related with adult fully. You can literally promote anything mainstream and crush it. It's all about the angle of which you're going about it. It's all about the marketing, the persuasion, and the psychology behind what you're doing. I hope all this is valuable for you guys. I'm sure it is. I just gave you guys like gold here that I could have charged like a lot of money for. Now I have even more value over on the Money Accelerator, and then if you're watching this in the future, the Done For You service is out, and any funnel or method I shared with you in this video, I will literally do for you. Just reach out to me over on my Instagram or over at my email, or there's obviously most likely a link on this video or a newer video in the future, and you will see, the link for it, and you can click and then take action, because it's the best thing I'll ever offer, really. All my offers can be insanely valuable to all you guys. Going to give you guys super big results, and I'm going to over deliver every time. So I'm going to build whatever method you want. Reach out to me. Let me know if you're interested. And if it closes down, most likely will here and there, because it most likely will be overrun. I'll have too much work and too much people to make money with and help. So take action fast if you see it's